You're also welcome. This really is something that was received by me last night, which I asked for, this memory. And I woke up this morning and, of course, I thought, well, let me multiply this, right? So, this is going to go deep. So if you are driving or anything like that, please don't listen to this if you are driving or anything like that. Please be in a position where you can rest. Perfect. We have 12, which is what I was expecting. Okay, so please be in a position where you can rest, not in a position where you're driving or something like that, because it would be expected that you might sleep for part of this, because I'm speaking to the subtle body, and my voice is will be going in as it is invited to deep into the body, into the crystal of the body. This is people say subconscious, I say subtle consciousness. This is speaking to the place of receptivity and emanation. This is the Sophianic body. Okay. So what came through yesterday, we are really in a time of ground zero or rock bottom, which is the best place to be at this time. Rock bottom. We have had our downward descent. Well, let me say, as we were resurrecting, counterclockwise, resurrecting the truth of ourselves, the paradigm that we are within, the falsehoods, we're on a downward descent. So there are some remnants, because of course we are reflective, more than reflective. We are the emanators of our paradigm. So there is some downward entropy, perhaps disease, perhaps there's ailments, depressions, stagnations, sedations, addictions within the body, left within the Sophianic body, within each person. I liken the fascia of the body, that interconnected electrical lines, truly, when they are held within song, and we have returned to the crystal song of our body, we are talking about Sophianic lines, a web, a crystal web of togetherness, of truth, of whole truth, because this one body and the whole body of humanity and the whole body of creation and the universe had to be reclaimed into one body. That was Sophia's job. That was the mother's job. And that is done. So, but we are gathered, but we are gathered, but there is purity, there is innocence, but there is a need for the light to truly fill the body now. There is a need for the light to stream through these crystal song lines, the fascia lines, which are the lines that are to deliver the electrical impulses through the body. We are reclaiming our light bodies of Christos Sophia so that we can have that immaculate perception, that crystal perception of Sophia, the crystal clear perception of the sovereign whole body of Sophia, but also with the passion, the ignition, and the power of Christ. We want to take our body at this time, whatever way we are, however we find ourselves. And I know people have different issues that have been made manifest because we have carried so much. Our bodies were the bodies that actually allowed the changeover of paradigms. So there is some leftovers in the body right now, perhaps. And what I was shown as I asked for this last night, because I didn't have the answer. So I asked to be shown the answer because I can see around me and within myself. I just had a problem with my teeth yesterday. And I could see, and I felt it. I likened it to, the stone, like the teeth being the crystal and the gums being the soil. And it felt like there had been a jarring, there had been a lack of harmony. And I'm aware that the frequency of division, the frequency of strife and war has been pummeling our bodies. And this is why we have had to be so defined and assertive and self-protective and self-defining. But it is exhausting. That is an exhaustative frequency. So there are some consequences of that within the body. So what I asked last night is, could we take our body, now that our body is woven together, it is woven together, that is that, and that is the whole unified body, because we are one by body. I asked, is there a way this could be brought into a golden harmonic body, a body of the highest intelligence, a body with the golden frequency, the Christ frequency, that creates perfect orchestration of the body, of all the bits and pieces of the body, that creates regeneration and renewal and replenishment, just by clearing whatever is left over from our time in the falling of the last paradigm. And what I was shown, I received last night, and I'm grateful to be able to do this together, because it is always more powerful when we're together. And we will ground this for ourselves, but it will also be multiplied into the field for everybody. This is a blueprint now that we are rebirthing, and that can be brought into, that will multiply just by breath. I was shown that, and I've worked with Chrism before, and it was Jesus who came to me as a portal keeper of Chrism, or let's say a teacher, to show me that this golden plasmic intelligence of the sun is the fluid of Christ consciousness. It is the fluid of that 5D mind that turns what is already into heaven on earth, into orchestration, the orchestration of the highest intelligence. But the wholeness of the Sophianic body had to be done first, because nothing can be conducted unless it is contained. There had to be a containment of the sovereign body done before this chrism, this golden plasma, this Christ consciousness could be received. This honey could be truly received and conducted correctly. Because when the body of Sophia was drained, the heart of Christ was drained, right? So the body of Sophia is whole, the heart of Christ is whole. So I was shown that this chrism, this golden plasmic honey oil of the highest intelligence, could run through our fascia body and just bring everything into perfect harmony and create the healing in the places of our body that needed healing, and create regeneration where we needed regeneration. Because, it's been tough, and we all have a few scratches and scars, right? A few battle wounds. The origin story, the crystal Sophianic story, our origin story is in our body. And when I think of the crystal story body of Sophia, I feel like it's almost frozen. There's pieces that are frozen. There's pieces of our story that are frozen. And I can feel this warming of the chrism passing through, waking up every part of the frozen body, which can manifest as stagnation or sedation or depression or confusion or mindless directionality. Because this chrism is the fuel for accurate direction, decisive, purposeful direction. This is the golden mind that actually continues our prophecy timeline. We are held within the mother body, which is the body of the continuum. And this chrism is the light of the mind, of the body mind, of our prophecy timeline, of the continuum. We are picking back up the eternal trajectory, the eternal direction of the Christ body mind, the Christos Sophia body mind, because we cannot have the mind outside the body. Like I spoke, the mind outside the body, the heart is drained unless there is sovereignty. So, and the heart is the core processor of the Christ mind. There is no Christ mind without the heart. Anything else is just chaos management. If we're running from the so-called brain, the collected habits and rules that we set for ourselves, we are just enslaving ourselves, But we are talking about the beautiful mind that operates through the heart. That is the heart. It is the heart that sets the direction, right, of the continuum. So this is really welcoming the Father of creation back into our bodies as the heartbeat of our bodies, as the direction, facing forward with our nose to the wind, with nothing to bother us, no shadows, no subconscious to rise up and, keep biting. We are facing forward and the door is closed on past hurts and traumas, because we have gathered up the whole body. We have gathered up all that we are. So nothing can haunt us when we realize we are everything. So this is about pure acceptance, deep acceptance of all we have been. And to know that everything we live through was born through our heart, in whatever state our heart was. So we may have lived through very difficult things, but the only accurate position to take in the stories of our past, in our war stories, in our sad stories, no matter, even though they can be terrible, not to make light of it, but the accurate place is to understand you are the center point of that story. You are the center point of the story of yourself. And collapsing, the role of either if you were a supposed victim or if you were a supposed perpetrator, collapsing both sides of that allows you to return to the center point again, to pick back up the true story of yourself, the eternal story. You see on the picture I've put up, it's like a compass. This is about, directionality now, taking all that we are. And we cannot do it just with the crystal Sophia body. It must involve the chrism, the Christos light. It must involve that consciousness, because it is the only consciousness that's able to take everything and make sense of it and orchestrate it. So it's the only light within the mother. The only light within the mother is the sun. It's the Christ light. The mother, through her containment, the Sophianic containment, it's like she has shut off all false light and held us with such containment that our own light is now rising, and the light in our heart will be our little head torch, right, as we're moving forward. So as we do this for ourselves, of course, the interconnected electrical map of our body mind, you know, the interconnected map, this is endless. This is the interconnected electrical map of creation and of what already is, but of evolution, of the continuum. So there's always new synapses to be created. So this is the body mind that brings us forward, which is really exciting. It's time for us to be excited about what's ahead of us. It's time for us to regenerate now and be excited about what's ahead of us, and for us to have the tools to know to go the right way and to make the right decisions from our own impulses. So it's a full reclamation of all we are, first of all, first and foremost, full acceptance. And then the ability to orchestrate all that we are within the continuum, within the interconnected mind of all that there is, in order to evolve and in order to actualize our origin story. Because our origin story is the same as our prophecy story. It is a streaming line. We cannot abandon our origin, our ancestry, our past, and hop on a train. It doesn't go like that. We are the train. We are the continuum body. We are the dragon body of our eternal story. So we're going to take the 12, it's always 12, the 12 golden lines within, and we're going to weave it into one, create the golden braid that is the line of our story, of our story is not correct. It's of our prophecy, of our being, the line of our trajectory now that comes from the wholeness of who we are. Just imagine it being woven into one, facing forward, and we follow that line, and that line channels through our heart. Okay, so please just rest, and I will start streaming through. And if I mute myself, I'm just clearing, perhaps burping, or, so I'm still here. We are still active. I want to offer the presence of the solar disk, the horizontal axis, the disk of our center point. This is the magnetic disk, a tool of the continuum that is going to weave our 12 golden timelines, our 12 golden bloodlines within us back into the one, and to create this braid that is going to rise up and be within our heart now. As you witness the lines being pulled up from your feet, from beneath you, this is your ancestral power. All of the light that you have ever been is coming back to you. This is your ancestral power, your past life power. Anywhere you have been trapped in a wound, in a timeline that keeps repeating itself, no matter how deep these wounds, this can all be pulled back in together to be reconciled, not by our human mind, by the highest golden mind. So as this is being pulled back in, I want to ask that the presence of chrism, and this usually comes in through the top of the head. I'm asking that the presence of chrism is given to each one of us through our bodies. Just allow this chrism to have free passage through your fascia as far as your fascia goes, because remember, you have roots and you have mycelium in the earth, in the universe. Imagine your whole body reaching out from above you, beneath you, in all directions. Your crystal sophionic lines are already connected. So now we are just going to invite the chrism in to fill all your lines with golden chrism, the plasmic mind. So allow every single line of your body, of your body's weave, to be filled with golden plasmic chrism. The solar disk is like a patterned point. It brings everything into the one weave. So that's what that is for. Okay, now I'm being shown, actually, within your heart, I'm being shown the ruby heart within your chest, and I'm being shown the chrism emanating from there. So let's go with that for a moment. This is just filling your body so with the chrism that passes through your own heart. With every breath, this chrism is just passing further and further. That every single part of you will be filled with Christ light. Just allowing the fascia to return into golden, the orchestrating, interconnected electrical map of the body mind in its highest divine function now. Understanding that you are the center point of your life. So now I offer the 12-sided dodecahedron of transcendence and grace to surround you now and to help your heart harmonize all of these 12 lines into the one strand, into the one braid, so that you may see now in front of you, feel within your heart, your trajectory, your ignition point, your impulse point, which will guide you forward. So as this braid is moving, is within your heart, it is your impulse point, and it is also reaching, um, you know, it is impulsing from you, but it was also reaching to connect, reaching to create new glorious synapses, multiplications of yourself, extensions of yourself, expansions of yourself. I want you to allow yourself now this beautiful space to allow this golden braid to move from you and to reach towards what is waiting for you. What is the fullness of who you are that you would like to move into, the next emanation of you in your full glory, in your regenerated state of this fresh, brand new, ready to go being of solar mind, of Christos Sophia body mind. Witness the golden pathway in front of you and see where it leads you now. See if you can sense what is calling you, what is next for you. As we're doing this, I want to remind you that um, your ancestors, no matter what they have ever done or what they have ever lived through, what has been done to them, they want to see you following this golden line. They want to go with you. They have built you. They have built you. They are in your body. They are your strength. They are your resourcefulness, your softness, your wisdom. They want to go with you. There is no resistance to your forward movement. You are the golden vessel of your lineage, powered from beneath, from within, from behind you by your ancestry. All light comes through your blood. All passion and power comes through your blood. The only light really available to us is the light in our blood, which is actually passion. And passion comes from within you. It is rising up the flame within your body, through your shadow, through your subconscious, through anywhere that is heavy or dark or dense. Just allow this beautiful flame of the Holy Spirit to rise up through your body. Please know that every single inch of you absolutely needs to be, and of course deserves to be, within this golden vessel that you are. We are accepting ourselves now. We are taking all that we are and orchestrating our lives, our beingness, to the best of our ability, to our greatest joy, to be the highest expression of ourselves, to be the full glory of ourselves. Everything will be self-propulsed now. Our forward motion will be self-propulsed. We are following our own line, the line that we set ourselves. Just offering complete healing for the body now. So anywhere where there may be issues with the teeth, the bones, the muscles, any organs, any issues in the blood, any issues in any part of your body whatsoever. Thinking also of the lymphatic system, the digestive system, anything that it may have been sluggish and almost like there's been too much dampness. Wanting to offer now that we send the light through the whole body. We send the light through the whole body and the light moves through water. We are illuminating these places that may have been imbalanced, where there was too much shadow, too much water, where there was a slowness of movement, a slowness of function, or a dysfunction. We are going to just bring absolute golden harmonic harmony to the body now. We want to be beautiful, sealed, radiant vessels of regeneration. All of our healing will come from within this vessel of wholeness. Our healing is internal. So we seal the vessel. Sophia, Mother, seals the vessel. And Christ, Father, illuminates, the Son illuminates every single piece of what we are. So allow for that now. The sun rises and it runs itself through the already waiting, interconnected map of the body. And it brings this immaculate, perceptive, intuitive, quiet voice of the body into its full passion, full power, full devotion. The Christ light gives itself in pure devotion now to the body of Sophia within each one of us. Releasing all resistance to being seen, to being felt in the field. Releasing all resistance to being loved, to being received, to self-express. Feeling the strength behind us. Feel nothing behind you, only the strength, the stealth of support for you now to walk forward as you are. Feeling the navel, the center point of all these meridian lines connecting to the sun. The navel seems to receive the sun, and then the heart seems to express the sun. That's what this feels like. So the navel seems to inhale or receive, absorb the sun into the navel, allow the golden crism to the plasmic mind of intelligence to pass through your electrical body and then gather up again in out through the heart in the one weave, the one braid, the one impulse, the one heartbeat. asking that every single part of your body starts to harmonize and work together in gorgeous golden regenerating dynamics. No entropy, no downward spiral. We are healing. We are healing and then we are expanding. Healing and expanding. And when we rest, it's like we rest into an infusion of love and replenishment, deep, rich, golden soil. We are releasing shadow. We are filling shadow. We do not need to hold on to a shadow. The darkness that we need is like soil. It's richness. It's where when we rest into ourselves, we're going to choose to rest and replenish within activities and mindsets and frameworks that are restorative and nourishing and that add to us. And we're going to hold ourselves the way we need to be held now, the wholeness of ourselves. This is the dodecahedron. This geometry of grace allows for a total reframe. Evolution is but a reframe. Gather up all that we are. We cannot evolve like as half of who we are. Evolution only happens in wholeness. Gathering up all we are within the dodecahedron now. Reframing the way we see ourselves. Reframing the way we feel about all that has been. Excuse me. This is one lifetime. This is the lifetime where we get to heal that one core wound that we came with. That we get to gather all that we are into one, all that we have been. The 12 timelines, the 12 bloodlines, we get to gather them all into the one heart. And we get to take the continuum forward. That's what we're here for. And every single step that we took was necessary. Everything that happened was meant to happen. Just really receive that, allow that to be. Releasing judgment, releasing resistance. And judgment is only resistance to yourself, because we do know, because of our magnetic truth, that everything came to us because it was invited. Subconsciously. This is why the mother, this is why Sophia has reclaimed the subconscious through us, so that no longer can we call from an invisible place anymore. This is why our subconscious has now been turned into the crystalline, immaculate body of receptivity, which is perception. It is not hollow emptiness, it is perception. We only receive through perception. We have immaculate perception now. And then we emanate from that immaculate perception. We're not emanating from a place of wound anymore, because the subconscious has been reclaimed by the mother to be our seed bed, to be our sound body, the weave that holds us together, our prayer body, and cohesed with everyone else who is within it. Certainly the Elohim, nature, the harmonizing frequencies of creation. Filling ourselves with that radiant golden light that is connected to the sun, connected to our solar disk, and it is commanded by the solar disk and brought into outward expression by the heart. So within the body, the solar disk within, the horizontal axis, is keeping the order within the body, the golden order. And when it is time to express and to step forward, the heart is the heart that commands the wholeness of the body, the full power of the body. Everything that we choose from the heart will work, and it will work in a way that is magical and amazing. And when we make our choice, we throw our fishing line out, our golden line, and we have chosen our next step, and we know it's true because it's from the heart, and there's synchronicity and symphony. That's how we know. And even the things that come that kind of feel like they're a little bit of a problem or whatever, it's not that. They're coming so you can just further imprint your golden mind onto this situation, this problem that would have been a problem for you before. You've just been given the opportunity to pop your golden Christ mind on it, to receive it with immaculate perception, and to orchestrate it with golden harmonic intelligence. So this is a tool for our being here, because we are to be here. The suffering is over. We are to be here now in regeneration and excitement and joy and expansion and expression, connection, love, unity. So this is the way of it. Please feel free to listen to this again if you want to. This is like, you're returning the subtle consciousness to a prime remembrance. And take your time and rest with this, and allow this to work through your body as it will. The Christ mind is the mind that creates solutions and pathways of transcendence. Quantum leap. We are stepping out of the three-dimensional mind, the mind of victimhood, the mind of perpetrator, the mind of strategy. We are stepping out of the mind of two halves, and we are within the mind of wholeness, the immaculate, pure, innocent, perceptive body, which emanates the vibration of truth and wholeness, and the mind that serves that body, the golden plasmic fluid mind, the impulsive mind, the direct mind, which moves us forward now as we are in wholeness. Okay. Much love, everybody. Blessings to you all. Thank you all so much for being with me. Take care.